Gonna clean?
Yeah, I'm clean. And we can watch House Hunters.
You hate house hunters.
Yeah, I do. But it's your favorite. Okay?
He puts his arm around her.
All right, you lay down. You close your eyes for a little bit. Come on, lay down.
Brian stands up. Max lies back on the couch as Brian covers her with a blanket.
Okay. I'm gonna go see what you got in the kitchen, all right?
Brian walks away and Max closes her eyes. She snuggles into the couch and wears a peaceful expression. Brian returns.
Okay, so for tonight, I'm thinking the best option is definitely takeout.
He notices his sleeping mother. Cut to black. Executive producer, Jerry Bruckheimer.
Rivalry. Police say that was the motive behind the murder of a young mother and her infant daughter. Next.
Get Black Friday deals now at Target. Plus, score more Black Friday deals all month long. Get low prices and great deals so you can holiday your way. Only at Target.
Are you okay?
Oh, it's just a cold. If you have high blood pressure, a cold is not just a cold. Coricidin is the #1 doctor-recommended cold and flu brand, specially designed for people with high blood pressure. Be there for life's best moments. Trust Coricidin.
This year, take the time to melt into your holiday moments with Lindor. Irresistibly smooth chocolate from the Lindt Master Chocolatier.
Colbert's got a new Late Show with Emily Blunt tonight on CBS.
I'd like to report a crime. The Secretary of the Navy is trying to kill me.
Investigate the Secretary of the Navy.
We have to treat her like any other suspect.
Federal agent.
Call an ambulance.
Plot twist. The new NCIS, Monday on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
Check your cameras. Trust only the best. Protect your family, home, or business with 24/7 armed response.
Perimeter secure.
Remember, AmeriGuards it.
Lithia Subaru of Fresno proudly sponsors tonight's first segment of Eyewitness News. Lithia Subaru of Fresno. Subaru confidence in motion. This is Murrow and Emmy Award-winning CBS 47 Eyewitness News at 11.
In Fresno, 2 people arrested for the murder of a Fresno mother and her 3-week-old daughter.
Police arrested Yoreli Solorio Rivera, the sister of the victim, and her boyfriend, Martin Arroyo Morales, for the shooting deaths of Yaneli Solorio Rivera and her baby Celine. CBS 47's Juanita Dame has more on what is being described as a crime of passion tonight. Juanita.
Well, Brian, the news shocked everyone. Investigators say it was Yareli's jealousy that led to kill Yaneli and her 3-week-old baby Celine. When Fresno police arrived at this home on the morning of September 24th and found 18-year-old Yaneli Solorio Rivera and baby Celine dead from multiple gunshot wounds.
The crime left us all feeling perplexed and very angry, asking ourselves, who would do something like this?
They had no idea that the killer was standing among them.
That the main suspect was inside the home, and she met police when we got there, and obviously didn't tell the truth. We believe at some point the male suspect basically ran away from the house.
Police announced on Thursday that Yaneli's own sister Yareli Solorio Rivera and her boyfriend Martin Arroyo Morales had been arrested and charged with their murders.
We can now say with complete certainty that we have those responsible for this homicide in custody.
Investigators said the couple had intricately planned the murders and tried to get away with it.
And that is when the lies, the deception, and the evil intentions surrounding this case began to unravel. We can now say with complete certainty that we have those responsible for this homicide in custody. We have the murder weapon. a Smith & Wesson 9mm handgun, and we have a motive: jealousy and sibling rivalry.
Valderrama did not give many details in the case, only that Yaneli and baby Celine were asleep in their beds when they were shot.
On that day, I made a promise. We will solve this murder and bring justice to the family. Our officers and detectives are diligently working to identify those responsible, and we will not rest until that occurs.
A few days ago, investigators increased the reward money and released this surveillance video. It shows a man now believed to be Martin Arroyo Morales walking near the area following the shooting. And the couple is facing 2 counts of first-degree murder. If convicted, they could face life in prison. In the studio, Juanita Adames, CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
We do have a cold night ahead, and we're also going to be watching for some areas of dense fog. So several things to pay attention to tonight. Let's go ahead and give you a look outside with our Valley Cam network. This is going to be a time lapse from our CBS 47 studio camera. A lot of afternoon sunshine for us, and as we head into tonight, we're still mostly clear. 46 in Fresno now, 30s already in Lemoore, 39 in Madera. Dense fog advisory will go into effect at 2 a.m., lasting until 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. So do expect reduced visibilities on the roads. If you're heading to downtown Fresno tomorrow morning for Veterans Day, it is going to be chilly, 48 degrees at 9:30 and then 54 degrees at noon. I will talk more about temperatures staying below average in your pinpoint weather forecast coming up, but first we'll send it back to Brian and Catherine.
Lauren, thank you. Developing tonight, the attempted extortion case involving Fresno City Council President Nelson Esparza will not be dismissed.
Former city attorney Doug Sloan testified in court that Esparza threatened to fire him if he worked for city council members who are not part of the council majority. CBS 47's Catherine Phillips has more on today's hearing.
Esparza's lawyers argued the case should be dismissed, saying the conversations the allegations center around should have been protected by attorney-client privilege, an argument that didn't hold up in court.
I was told, essentially, do this or you're fired.
Former Fresno City Attorney Doug Sloan recounted the conversation he had with City Council President Nelson Esparza in court on Thursday. It's the first time Sloan has spoken publicly about the case since charges were first brought.
It began with him saying, I'm just going to cut to the chase. I'm standing between you and you losing your job. From now on, you work only for the council majority. And I responded with, so what do I do if the others ask me to do something? And he said, come talk to me. And then I said, where's Luis on this? And he said, it doesn't matter.
In May, City Council member Gary Bredefield, the lone Republican on the City Council, held a news conference alleging Council President Nelson Esparza had attempted to extort Sloan and attempted to violate the Fresno City Charter. After the news conference, Esparza announced he filed a defamation lawsuit against Bredefield. He dropped the suit by June. In July, the district attorney had formally charged Esparza with 2 felony charges, now facing jail time and possible fines. Esparza's lawyers argued the case should get thrown out, arguing the conversation at the center of the case is covered under attorney-client privilege. The judge ruled that Esparza lost that right when he brought forward the defamation lawsuit that is now public record. Esparza now saying he'll be found innocent based on the facts.
So at this point, we remain unconcerned and undeterred about the status of the case. We've said from the beginning that we look forward to the process and the proceedings, and moving forward, we'll look forward to exonerating the case on the basis of the facts.
Court will continue on Tuesday. Sloan left the city to work in Santa Monica before these charges were made public. In the studio, Catherine Phillips, CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
Now to a developing story. A judge in Texas blocked President Joe Biden's student loan forgiveness plan. The program aims to cancel $10,000 in student debt for those making less than $125,000 a year. The judge says the program uses Congress's power to make laws.
Coming up on Eyewitness News at 11, from parades to pancake breakfast, a look at some of tomorrow's Veterans Day events in the Valley.
Oh, and it is week 13 of high school football season. CBS 47 Sidelines is coming your way a little later.
And beg the city for help. Unhoused people are making this Los Baños neighborhood unsafe. Tuesday at 7:30, Eyewitness News investigates in this 3-part series.
I have health issues and their fires are killing me.
Hundreds of calls into police and fire. But a Supreme Court decision means the city's hands are tied.
It's not ideal to have law enforcement taking the lead on working with the homeless.
Murrow and Emmy Award-winning Eyewitness News investigates. Tuesday at 7:30.
The 2022 Subaru Crosstrek is as powerful as your sense of adventure. Its 182 horsepower Subaru Boxer engine makes exploring fun. Sure-footed symmetrical all-wheel drive is standard. And the Crosstrek has the best resale value in its class for 2 years running. Love, it's what makes Subaru, Subaru.
Get to Subaru of Fresno, where every new Subaru comes with complimentary maintenance included.
With dentures from Aspen Dental, all they'll see is your confident smile. How do we do it? We provide exceptional care all in one place. And our denture experts craft natural-looking dentures right in our in-office labs because we'll do anything to make sure your smile looks like your smile. Right now, get replacement dentures starting at just $2.99 per arch. We can even get started today. Aspen Dental, anything to make you smile. Schedule your complimentary denture consultation now.
Don't choose between style and comfort. Get both at the SAS Shoe Store at Blackstone and Herndon. SAS Shoes, America's comfort shoes, have more styles and colors than ever before. If you have foot or back pain, wear orthotics, have diabetes, or just want the most comfortable shoes you've ever worn, then come see the new styles and colors and get a custom fitting at the locally owned SAS Shoe Store at Blackstone and Herndon. Life's a journey. Wear comfortable shoes.
Do you even lift, Broham? Meet me at 0400, toss the old medicine ball around, okay?
Colbert's got a new late show with Emily Blunt tonight on CBS.
Eyewitness News is brought to you by Vampire Penguin Shaved Snow and Desserts. Now, your CBS 47 pinpoint weather forecast.
Good evening and welcome back. I'm Chief Meteorologist Lauren Wallace. As we head into tonight, we're going to be watching for some areas of locally dense fog. So checking in on our visibility right now, everyone looks okay, although numbers are starting to drop for some of you. So down to 5 miles if you are in Hanford. And I do expect those numbers to drop even more as we get into tonight and for tomorrow morning. So we do have another dense fog advisory that will go into effect 2 a.m. This is going to last until 9 o'clock tomorrow morning for the Valley. So something to be aware of if you are traveling tomorrow for any Veterans Day events. Here's a look at our forecast. We're starting you out at midnight. Right now, mostly clear, but we are going to see a few clouds build in as we go throughout tonight. Where we don't see the clouds will be the best bet at getting some fog developing. So a few clouds along with some patchy locally dense fog by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Throughout the day tomorrow, I do expect to keep some clouds around. So overall, a partly cloudy end to the week, and it is going to be a cooler than average end to the week, pretty similar to today. Here's 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. Clouds clear out for our Friday night. Then here's the start of our weekend. 7 o'clock Saturday morning. We'll get some sunshine in the valley on Saturday, but check out what's happening for some of our northern mountains. Afternoon hours, there will be a slight chance for a stray shower or high elevation snow, but most of our mountain areas will be staying dry. For tonight, a cold night ahead, dropping down to 39 degrees in Fresno. Again, we have that dense fog advisory that will be in effect. And then high temperature tomorrow right at 60 in Fresno, 60 for those of you in Visalia and Lemoore, 59 Merced and Madera. Oakhurst will be at 54 degrees tomorrow. In Yosemite Valley, 46 tomorrow. There is still snow on the ground. Shaver Lake will be right at 40 tomorrow afternoon. Grant Grove upper 30s. Sequoia National Park will be at 34. Here's our extended forecast. We do have the dense fog advisory through 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Then we'll see partly cloudy skies and top out at 60 degrees. 61 Saturday, back to 58 Sunday, and then low 60s return again next week starting Monday. In the Sierra, partly cloudy tomorrow, mid 40s. We'll repeat that on Saturday, 43 Sunday, and then mid 40s return starting Monday. There's a look at your forecast. We'll send it back to Catherine and Brian.
Thanks, Lauren. Veterans Day is tomorrow, and there are several Valley events to honor those who have served our country. We have a look at some of the events, starting with Fresno's Veterans Day Parade, which begins at 11 a.m. tomorrow in downtown Fresno. In Madera County, there will be a free pancake breakfast for veterans from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. at the Tesoro Viejo Town Center. In downtown Merced, a parade will get underway tomorrow afternoon at 1. And in the South Valley, a Veterans Day presentation will be held at 9 a.m. at the Visalia Public Cemetery. Also, a Veterans Day parade will be held at 6 p.m. in downtown Lemoore. For more information on the events, go to our website, yourcentralvalley.com. Straight ahead, a special Thursday night edition of CBS 47 Sidelines.
Andrew Martin, Scott Bemis, Angelique Martinez are all standing by with scores and highlights from all across the valley. Have a great night. CBS 47 Sidelines is next.
Ryan Dorman and Catherine Herr, award-winning investigative journalists, with Chief Meteorologist Lauren Wallace. Weekdays starting at 4 p.m. The Emmy and Murrow award-winning CBS 47 Eyewitness News team.
Start your better life with a new implanted supported smile from Dr. Ryan Dunlop.
When I first saw my smile, I was amazed. Do they really look like this? I smile a lot more. And that's what's better for me.
Call today to book your consultation.
KFC has a great deal on a classic meal, the Colonel's Classic. Our signature 7-piece meal is back in just $19.99. Get 7 drumsticks and thighs in your choice of KFC's world famous original recipe or the Colonel's own extra crispy recipe. You decide, then add a large mashed potatoes with gravy, large coleslaw, and 3 home-style biscuits, and you've got a complete meal the whole family will love for only $19.99. The Colonel's Classic, an original recipe or extra crispy, just $19.99 for a limited time, only at KFC.
Hi everyone, I'm Dwayne Peralta, President of Personal Express Insurance. For nearly 40 years, Personal Express has been known in the Central Valley for our great rates. But our customers also come with us and stay with us because of what we like to call our local advantage. I'd like to invite you to stop by any of our locations to find out just what the Personal Express local advantage means to you.
With offices in Fresno, Clovis, and Visalia. Great rates with the local advantage. Personal Express Insurance.
I was denied my Social Security disability claim, even though I can't work.
I'm so frustrated dealing with the government, and the last thing I want is some faceless lawyer on the phone.
I want personal attention.
Someone experienced
who knows our local legal system
and will fight for me.
When you can't work, the law offices of Robert Ishikawa will fight to get you Social Security disability benefits. Call 559-432-9600. Social Security disability is all we do.
Start your better life with a new implanted supported smile from Dr. Ryan Dunlop.
When I first saw my smile, I was absolutely overwhelmed, a little in shock, but mostly just thrilled, absolutely thrilled.
Call today to book your consultation.
An Eye on Ag with Anthony Bailey. Watch online now at yourcentralvalley.com.
Tonight on CBS 47 Sidelines, a rare Thursday edition, with tomorrow being a holiday. Speaking of which, teams of course want to be playing the day after Thanksgiving. That's the day of the section championship games. Would Clovis West get there? The Golden Eagles in a tight one with Clovis High tonight. Did Liberty outlast Shafter? We'll let you know. We'll also let you know how this week's high school hotshot is doing in college. CBS 47 Sidelines starts right now.
Now from Sports Central, this is CBS 47 Sidelines.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to a special Week 13 edition of CBS 47 Sidelines on a Thursday. It's the quarterfinal round of the playoffs. There are no more byes. And again, we're coming to you on Thursday because tomorrow is Veterans Day. All the playoff games in the Central section, except for one, were tonight.
Yeah, getting us a little day early here, right? Yeah, the game tomorrow, Hanford against Bakersfield Christian. And the only reason that game's tomorrow is because Hanford West had a home game tonight. We'll get to that in a little bit. But we start in Division I, the 4-5 matchup, Memorial against Central. Heavyweight battle here. These teams met in the playoffs last year. Central won that. They also met in the regular season earlier this year. Memorial won that. It was 14-13 Panthers at half. First possession of the third, Brandon Ramirez, the two-way star, already committed to Fresno State, getting loose in that Grizzlies secondary. He's gone. 65 yards to the house, 21-13. Our good friend Paul Metters tweeted, the Panthers only threw one time the entire game. Now, the Grizzlies would respond. They finish off the ensuing drive. Hey, some trickery. Dayton Tafoya faking confusion. Braylon Hall scores on the sneak. They'd get the two-point conversion. We're tied at 21. But another big run by Ramirez sets up a Donovan Harris touchdown run, and Memorial would retake the lead. Here's Harris coming right at you. Late fourth then, one last chance for the Grizzlies, but this time Ramirez, who did it all night on offense, does it on D as well, picking off Tafoya. Memorial wins 28-21. Ramirez rushes for a school record 343. You know, he never takes off his helmet. He's so tough, even for post-game interviews, Andrew.
Man, I'm so proud of my team. We worked so hard, and this is the game we wanted, and we came out successful.
Obviously, they beat us in the playoffs last year, so we remember that feeling. We just want to move on, and we knew to move on we had to go through them, and our boys played pretty well, and we got it done.
Elsewhere in Division I, Scott, at Veterans Memorial Stadium tonight, we've got someone dressed in a shark costume singing Michael Jackson. That's on the Clovis High side of the field. The Cougars with something to cheer about here as Jacob Saldante brings in the jump ball from Deegan Rose right before the half. But the Golden Eagles had an answer. A 3-play drive. Tyler Patrick over the middle to Jordan Piero. He does the rest. That's a 49-yard touchdown. Game tied at 14. Golden Eagles go on to win 24-21. Other side of the bracket, the 2-7 matchup. Buchanan against Clovis North. The Broncos won when these teams met in the regular season. First quarter, Jaden Mandel, future Bulldog, rolls out to his left, throws on the run to Hilton Green. That's a 10-yard touchdown. He stretches over the goal line. Next Bears possession, Michael Runnels. He scores from 9 yards out. Buchanan wins the rematch, 37-24. And now Buchanan gets a rematch with Liberty. Again, it seems these teams always meet in the semifinals. They also met earlier this season, a game the Bears won. It was called early. The other semifinal, Memorial at Clovis West.
Division II now, the top seed, Central Valley Christian, hosting Sanger tonight. Cavaliers with the ball here, and they're going to go to the air. That's Max Baker over the middle to Brant Munger. He's got hunger for the end zone, and he's in. Quite a touchdown. Actually, they would get in here, courtesy of a big push forward as they got down to the one before. CBC continues to impress. They shut out the Apaches 20-0.
CVC beat Kingsburg earlier this season, the only loss for the Vikings. Tonight, Kingsburg against Frontier, the 2-7 matchup. Frontier, of course, out of Bakersfield. Second quarter, Ethan Winslow finds Calvin Voiles back at the end zone. Nice toe tap. That's a 3-yard touchdown. But Frontier would get 2 more touchdowns before halftime. Malachi Statler buying time, eventually throws it up for Kobe Watson. That's a 45-yard touchdown. Frontier wins 38-35. The bracket in Division II. Hanford and BCHS play tomorrow. The winner of that game will face CVC in the semifinals. Frontier will head to Lemoore after the Tigers beat Washington Union 64-8. Just getting started on this Week 13 edition of CBS 47 Sidelines. Coming up, with the Central Section's leading passer this season lead his team to a win tonight. We'll be right back.
Thinking about graduate school or starting a new career? Become an attorney. Make it happen here at San Joaquin College of Law. It's affordable. It's doable. All you need is a bachelor's degree in any major.
After I graduated, I wasn't sure either I should get my MBA or my JD. I ended up actually talking to a judge, and he told me that a JD is like an MBA, but better.
Take charge of your future. San Joaquin College of Law. One degree, a world of options.
At Long John Silver's, feed your sea tooth with efficient shrimp platter. 2 heavyweights of the high seas dipped in our signature batter and fried to golden perfection. Pair your platter with Wisconsin white cheddar cheese bites and ride a wave of melty goodness. Order ahead at longjohnsilvers.com. Fish yeah.
You didn't choose cat allergies. You didn't choose your hairline, hot flashes, the flu, or that thing when your knee just gives out for no reason. You didn't choose your bad back, or this, or that. You didn't choose depression, melanoma, or lactose intolerance. But with Kaiser Permanente, you can choose your doctor who works with other best-in-class specialists to care for all that is you.
God created a garden, and along came Lotus Gardens Outdoor Living Center to help you install a water-saving landscape. And the people rejoiced because God created a garden, and Lotus Gardens Outdoor Living Center brought it to life.
The drug landscape has changed. Illegal fentanyl has made its way into the drug supply. A synthetic opioid up to 50 times stronger than heroin, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. It only takes the tiniest amount to cause a fatal overdose. Although fentanyl is being mixed into almost every kind of drug, you wouldn't be able to see it, smell it, or taste it. Know the dangers. Learn the facts about fentanyl at cdc.gov/stop overdose.
Papa Murphy's presents How to Change the Way You Pizza. Step 1, grab a delicious Papa Murphy's pizza. Step 2, bake. Step 3, chow down on the deliciousness. Order the limited time Hog Heaven pizza for just $12.99 at papamurphys.com.
Now YourCentralValley.com pros who know.
By using third-party financing with competitive programs, your new smile can be affordable and easy. Call Better Life today to see if you qualify.
For more expert advice, go to YourCentralValley.com/pros who know.
The latest conditions live. The CBS 47 Valley Cam Network on Eyewitness News.
Welcome back to CBS 47 Sidelines. In Division 3, two things worked in Mission Oaks' favor this week. Number one, the Hawks played on Thursday last week, so they had an extra day to prepare for tonight. Also, instead of having to travel in the quarterfinals, they ended up with a home game.
Yeah, after they beat San Luis Obispo in the first round, they assumed they'd be playing at Porterville in the second round.
But Porterville was upset last week by Independence, the 15 seed. That's who the Hawks hosted tonight at Bob Mathias Stadium in Tulare. Independence looking for a second upset in as many weeks. This is Anthony Rico. He is 5'6", 137 pounds. Small guy, but he runs big. A 58-yard touchdown run here, and then later Diego Hernandez, the sophomore quarterback, keeps it. I don't think he is touched on this play. Independence wins 27-24.
The 3-11 matchup in Division 3 taking place in Tehachapi tonight. The Warriors hosting Sunnyside. Long trip for the Wildcats. Sophomore Tanner Wilson, he led the Central section in passing yards this season. Here's why. Scrambling, throwing it over the defense to Malachi Barnes, 54-yard touchdown. A little later, Wilson going to keep it himself for a rushing score. Number 22, looking like another famous 22, Doug Flutie. Google him, kids. Sunnyside is moving on, 33-21. The Division 3 bracket, Mission Prep retaining home field throughout with its win tonight. Kerman lost at Kennedy, so the Lions season is over. Sunnyside going to get a home game in the semis. Andrew, just your standard 11-15 matchup in the semis.
Yeah, we see that all the time, Scott. Division 4, undefeated Liberty out of Madera Ranchos, the top seed. The Hawks coming off a first-round bye, hosting Shafter, the 8th seed. How about this play from the Generals? Ezekiel Osborne to Jesus Figueroa. That's a long touchdown. Liberty responds by doing what it does best, run the ball. That's Vince Oberti up the middle with a touchdown. But it's Shafter with the upset, 14-13, the final score. So that meant if Matilda Torres beat North tonight, the Toros would get another home game next week. They did just that. Jose Soriano up top here to Josiah Salinas. That's a nice touchdown. He runs by everybody. A little later, Joseph Bass gets through some traffic at the line of scrimmage. He's going to get a little push at the end to get in the end zone. Torres doubles up North, 28-14. In Division 4, the road to the section championship now runs through Carruthers, the 3 seed. That's because top-seeded Liberty lost and second-seeded Taft lost. Up next on CBS 47 Sidelines, this week's high school hotshot is turning into a hotshot at the college level. An update on Nate Johnson at Utah is next.
All around us, events unfolding. Start your day with breaking news from the break of dawn to prepare you for the day ahead with Anthony Bailey, Megan Ruth, here when you need them. Investigative journalism, up-to-date pinpoint weather, on air and online. The Valley's only AM team on Eyewitness News this morning. Weekdays from 5 to 7 on CBS 47.
It's bad enough, and they want to make it a lot worse for you.
Frankly, you can feel, I think, momentum building for Republicans.
80% of Democrats and Republicans apparently have that feeling.
Our team of journalists covering every single angle.
You're a fair man. That's why I'm doing this program.
It's always going to be a balance. Tonight, we got your back. How do we figure out the truth, Congressman?
Staying on top of this very important issue. What am I missing here?
I think if they win, I should get all the credit. If they lose, I should not be blamed at all.
The bedroom of your dreams is on sale during the Black Friday sale at More Furniture.
Choose this bed with padded headboards, side rails, and bench in 2 color options for only $6.95.
Get this bed frame with built-in adjustable base for only $6.95.
And this classic tufted headboard sleigh bed in 2 color options for only $6.95.
No matter what you choose, you'll always get the best price at More Furniture during our Black Friday sale.
Preview all sale specials online at morefurniture.com.
We got to see the selection for ourselves.
Tile, wood, stone, laminate, and vinyl?
This hardwood is beautiful.
This vinyl is durable.
And this tile? So affordable.
But when it comes to everything our family needs, this one is perfect.
Now this store is the real deal.
At Floor & Decor, there's plenty of room to explore. Because with everyday low pricing on quality in-stock products and on-trend styles, you can really bring your living room to life. Discover Floor & Decor today.
Tenants beg the city for help. Unhoused people are making this Los Baños neighborhood unsafe. Tuesday at 7:30, Eyewitness News investigates in this 3-part series.
I have health issues and their fires are killing me.
Hundreds of calls into police and fire. But a Supreme Court decision means the city's hands are tied.
It's not ideal to have law enforcement taking the lead on working with the homeless.
Murrow and Emmy Award-winning Eyewitness News investigates. Tuesday at 7:30.
Welcome back. The bracket in Division 5. Top-seeded Bishop Union lost tonight, so Pioneer Valley and Templeton will meet in one semifinal, Dos Palos and Atascadero in the other. Division 6, the top-seed Hanford West hosting 8th-seeded Kern Valley tonight. Direct snap to Michael Avalos. He'll run down the sideline, 33 yards. The ball's going to pop out at the end of this play. It hits the pylon, but it's still Huskies ball, and Avalos would punch it in on the next play. 7-0 Hanford West. Huskies go on to win in a close one, 13-12. The Division 6 bracket, Hanford West will meet Avenal in one semifinal. Mendota will host Riverdale in the other. The 10th-seeded Cowboys winning again tonight, 21-12 at Emmanuel.
How about some 8-man football? Central section semi here under the floodlights at the 80-yard field at Fresno Christian. First quarter, already 6-0 Eagles. Logan Stotts to Jude Shepard. The Eagles add to their lead. What a catch. Taking a look at this one, Shepard gets a foot down, and I believe the ball does cross the pylon. Good call. Now, next time the Eagles get it, they go back to the air again. Stotts with a dime over the middle to a streaking Joshua Chin. Fresno Christian wins 41-8. They're going to play for another section championship next Friday against Sierra High. Sierra beat Mammoth tonight, 54-21.
One of the things we like doing on Friday nights, of course, is introducing you to an outstanding high school athlete making headlines around the Valley. This one made headlines around the Valley last season. Now he's doing it in the Pac-12. It's a high school hotshot update. The Utah football team is currently ranked 13th in the country. The Utes are 7-2. They've won 3 games in a row. Their most recent win came against Arizona, a game in which Nate Johnson made his college debut.
It gives me a lot of confidence. I mean, as a true freshman, you know, most true freshman quarterbacks don't really play. They pretend on redshirting, so it gave me a really big confidence booster.
How about the confidence of scoring 2 touchdowns? Nate Johnson found the end zone on an 8-yard run in the first quarter, on a 9-yard run in the second quarter.
We're low on running backs as far as healthy running backs. We were down Dalton and just looking for a way to provide some more spark, you know, just creative ways to provide spark, and he sure did that. I mean, you saw how fast he is. He is the fastest kid on the team.
The Central Valley is not surprised to hear that. Just 1 year ago, Nate Johnson was a dual threat at Clovis High. On the ground alone, he ran for more than 800 yards with 8 touchdowns.
Ton of potential. He's got a very high ceiling. He also throws the ball very well. I mean, we see it at practice every day. You guys haven't seen that yet, but he has got a lot of a very high ceiling. Is what he has.
We have one of the best defenses in the country, so the speed of the game in practice and speed of the game in the game is a lot different. But just getting those scout team reps really helped me a lot.
And by the way, Utah's next game is against Stanford. A reminder, if you missed your team's highlights tonight or just want to see them again, the place to go is yourcentralvalley.com. You'll also be able to find us on the CBS 47 Facebook page.
Great to see Nate excelling at the next level. Round 2 of the state volleyball playoffs tonight. Clovis North, the top seed in Division 2, one of 6 teams from our viewing area still alive headed into tonight. They were hosting 9th-seeded Escalon, and they were already up a set when the Broncos started feeding sophomore lefty Kayla Sutton on the outside, and Sutton was delivering. A couple kills there. North wins in straight sets, advances to the NorCal regional semis. Other scores from tonight's second-round volleyball matches. In Division 1, Clovis West falls at St. Mary's 3-1. In Division 3, Kingsburg loses to Mercy 3-0. Exeter beats Capo Valley Christian 3-1. Central Valley Christian, well, they're the top seed in Division 4. They're pretty good. They advanced 3-1. And Hanford is moving on in Division 5.
So all those teams that won tonight, Scott, will play on Saturday, and a couple of Valley schools get home matches again, which is pretty impressive. There was one score from the Sac Joaquin section tonight. Want to mention that in the Division 7 bracket, Stone Ridge Christian at Merced beat Mariposa 36-13. All the other games in the Sac Joaquin section are tomorrow. So we will have some high school football coverage for you tomorrow, just not as many games as we had tonight.
Big shout out real quick once again to Brandon Ramirez. New school record, 343 yards on the ground. Broke a record that had stood since 2004 at Memorial High.
Yeah, he's pretty good. We'll see you next week for Week 14, the semifinals. Have a good night.
CBS 47 Eyewitness News is on air, online, and on the go. Take Eyewitness News with you and share your stories with us on Facebook, Twitter, and on yourcentralvalley.com.
Fall allergy season has started with grass and weed pollen and high levels of mold in the air. Air pollution makes allergy symptoms worse. Boz Allergy knows coughing, wheezing, and headaches due to allergies and asthma can mimic COVID-19 symptoms, and flu season is starting. Come to Boz Allergy at the first sign of symptoms. Rest assured we'll diagnose and treat you accurately. Stay safe and stay healthy. Contact Boz Allergy today and breathe easier.
This is a town called Basic. It's pretty hard to stand out around here. But if you pull up in a 2022 Nissan Rogue, you'll stand out before your feet even hit the pavement.
Can you make mine look like that?
Anything but basic. The 2022 Nissan Rogue. Get 2.19% financing for 36 months on the 2022 Nissan Rogue with best-in-class fuel economy.
This new Rally's $5 meal deal is for all you out there getting it done. Fill up on a delicious Rally Burger, 8-piece chicken bites, famous seasoned fries, and a drink for just $5. You work way too hard for us to slack on the flavor. Rally's $5 meal deal. You've earned it.
Brian Dorman and Catherine Herr, award-winning investigative journalists, with Chief Meteorologist Lauren Wallace. Weekdays starting at 4 p.m. The Emmy and Murrow award-winning CBS 47 Eyewitness News Team. An Eye on Ag with Anthony Bailey. This week on Eyewitness News.
The GOP nominee for Pennsylvania Governor, Doug Mastriano, still has not conceded the race. Many of his supporters believed God would intervene on his behalf, even though the race had already been called for his opponent, Josh Shapiro.
We call all of you, call on you to pray and to ask the Lord to intervene.
Excuse me, God. I came here all the way from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. We're still waiting for you to intervene on behalf of Doug Mastriano.
Who? Oh, you mean the guy who rioted on January 6th and looks like a big toe? Not my best work.
So are you going to help him win the Pennsylvania governor race?
No, I already settled that one. It's Shapiro. I like a guy who listens to me, and he's the only one who's circumcised.
But Doug Mastriano is the chosen.
You're breaking up. Can't hear you. Going into a tunnel. New Bush, who dissed?
It's The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. Tonight, blame on you. Plus, Stephen welcomes Emily Blunt and George Saunders. Featuring Louis Cato and The Late Show Band. And now, live
at you. Hey, everybody. Hey! Hey, everybody. Down here, up there. Everyone in the front, the back, balcony, way up top. Out there, welcome to The Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, citizen. It has been 2 days since the midterm elections, and the big political story today is that there is no political... Because we still don't know. We don't know the big questions yet. That's all still hanging out there right now, right? We don't know who controls the House or the Senate, but results could come in at any time. So CBS News has given me this midterms buzzer, okay? And they promised this will go